Hello! This is Reverend Don Lewis, and this is Reverend Don's Vlog. And today we're going to discuss the date of 22/2/22, which is tomorrow, and the idea of master numbers in numerology, what they mean, and the relevance that they have, particularly in dates, because a lot of us in the metaphysical community find ourselves dealing with this kind of date, where the same number repeats several times. So what is a master number? In numerology, when you have a double number such as 11 or 22 or 33 or so forth, it gives it a special meaning, different from just the meaning of the number. And those numbers are, and I have it in front of me, 11 is the master psychic number. So those people who experience the number 1111 many times in their lives, and I'm sure you've seen people talk about this, this has been a phenomenon in my life. This has to do with psychic development and the implementation of psychic energies in one's life in the world. 22 is the master builder. It has to do with structure. It has to do with creating structures and how things work. And that's our energy tomorrow. That's our energy at this time. It's the second time this month that we have had a cluster of twos, because we also had 2/2/22. Now we have 22/2/22, which only emphasizes it more at the end of the month. And in terms of how this affects things, I would look for a lot of emphasis on the structure of how things work in society, as well as in people's lives. Now, tomorrow also, interestingly, is the Pluto return of the United States, which is a potentially very interesting, well, definitely a very interesting occurrence. However, not exactly so much an occurrence as a process. Like a Saturn return, it's not a moment, it's a period. But Pluto is the make it or break it planet. Pluto is the planet of great success, great failure, great explosions, great changes. The one thing Pluto isn't in anything but size is small. So it would indicate that this is a very, as we already all know because we're living through it, a very interesting time. But the fact that this occurs at the same time as 22/2/22 says it's going to have everything to do with structure and process, at least in the United States, and everywhere that uses a calendar where these numbers are in effect will also find an emphasis on these qualities. Now, the number 33 is the master servant and has to do with things like humanitarianism, helping others, living a life of service. So the number 33 is repeating for you, or it repeats in a date. This is what it will emphasize. 44 is the master teacher, and will have to do with the dissemination of lessons and the learning of lessons. Oh, and thank you for the tip that I see just came in. That's very kind of you. And I want to say hello to everyone who is watching. 55 is the master student, and emphasizes more the learning of lessons than the teaching of them. The master regenerator is 66, and that's exactly what it sounds like, regeneration and rebirth. 77 is the master of spirit and has to do with the greater integration of spirituality into life. 88 is the master achiever and has to do with achievement, but also 8 is, again, a make it or break it number. 8 can be very positive or very negative, but never really in the middle. And 99 is the master of union and has to do with the purposes of life and the integration of those purposes most clearly into life. So if you have 99 repeating, it's a very positive thing. If you have 88 repeating, it might be, might not be. But for tomorrow, we have 2. And that, again, is the master builder. So if you want to attune yourself to that energy in your own life, look at the structures you're involved in. Look at how they work. Look at your processes and ask yourself, can I make these better? Can I find better ways of doing things? Can I cut out bad ways of doing things that haven't really served me, or perhaps they did serve but no longer serve? And just look at how you do things and making that better. And the things going on in the world should also reflect that energy, though they may not necessarily be evident at the time. It is a significant date, at least in the United States, because of that Pluto return. But again, that's not really a single date, but a process that will go on for some time. But this is a key date within that process. And it does kind of set the expectation, which really is kind of obvious from the last year, that we're going to be dealing with the structures of the nation, the way things work in the nation. And if as a magical person you feel that you want to put energy into that, those are the places that it will be most positively received and the things that can be best focused on and one of the best times to focus on them. So those are my comments about the master numbers. And again, I want to thank everyone who has watched. I want to say hello to Ramona Wangle and hello to Mary. Hello, Mary. Hello to Eric Hebert. Hello to Arlene Fried. I know it's Fried. Hectuba Hestia. And, you know, I have not seen you in so long. I look forward to seeing you again, Eric and Arlene. Unfortunately, I cannot do Witches Fest USA this year, but you know, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. I want to say hello to Christina, and I will be doing Nashville Pagan Pride, so I'll be seeing Mary then, and also probably before. And you know, I want to thank you all for watching, and please feel free to hit like, subscribe, or share according to the platform you're watching on. Hello to Muse Angel. Hello to Rachel Zen. Thank you for watching. And until next time, may you blessed be.